We get you these latest visuals from Vijayawada after a victory rally in Hyderabad yesterday. Now PV Sindhu has reached Vijayawada where she's being felicitated and welcomed by the locals here. PV Sindhu is with her coach as well, Pulela Gopichand. They left Hyderabad this morning by a special flight for Vijayawada where celebrations for a silver Olympic medal continue. Now, it is an interesting tug-of-war between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And Andhra Pradesh must put up a bigger and better show than neighbor Telangana in Sindhu's tug-of-war. The state has claimed that 1 lakh people will participate in the badminton aces victory rally from Vijayawada Airport to Indira Gandhi Stadium, where Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu will greet her. Now, yesterday we saw the roadshow for PV Sindhu where thousands had lined up in that 30-kilometer route from the Hyderabad Airport to the Vijayawada Stadium, and now it's at Vijayawada where PV Sindhu is being welcomed. These visuals are coming in. PV Sindhu also bearing the Indian flag. Once again, you have an double-decker open-air bus, and look at the crowd, which is the crowd frenzy at how PV Sindhu is looking and being welcomed by the crowd. She's waving now. She's waving at the crowd. She's smiling with Coach Pulela Gopichand. And it's a tug-of-war, as I said earlier, between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Healthy competition between the states, one can say, because as each of them try to claim the first right over PV Sindhu's victory, here is a bitter irony as well. Rohini Swami is joining us. Rohini, the bitter irony is that PV Sindhu, while practicing, while reaching out and while toiling enough for the Olympic Games, she stands with her parents and her coach alone. And now after the accolades, that's when the state support is pouring in. Should have been the other way around, one would think.
Yes, one would think that should be the other way around. But yes, we've seen how she's put her efforts together and she's worked really hard along with her coach, Pulela Gopichand, on achieving what she has. And now we see this.
We'll try and connect with Rohini in just a bit, but staying on these visuals where you have the victorious duo, Pulela Gopichand and PV Sindhu, being greeted by people of Vijayawada. Next stop is Indira Gandhi Stadium for them, where the Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu will greet them, felicitate them as well. Now, you have the ministers of Chandrababu Naidu government who had earlier welcomed PV Sindhu and Coach Pulela Gopichand. The route towards Indira Gandhi Stadium will be covered in this double-decker bus. Comparing it with yesterday, similar kind of arrangement being made by the state government in Hyderabad, by Telangana government. But we'd also seen the comments coming from both the ends, because both of them trying to stake a claim at PV Sindhu's victory. Both the governments going one step ahead, announcing rewards for PV Sindhu after her historic win. PV Sindhu completely ecstatic on top of the bus, being greeted by the crowd, which is gathered to catch a glimpse of their favorite star. She is the next big idol for India now. We have Rohini back with us. Rohini, take us through the arrangements which have been made in Telangana, in Andhra Pradesh with Chandrababu Naidu also waiting for Pulela Gopichand and PV Sindhu at the Indira Gandhi Stadium to felicitate them.
Well, Devina, we have seen the kind of reception that was given in Telangana for both PV Sindhu as well as Pulela Gopichand yesterday, and very clearly the kind of rally that we saw with thousands and thousands of people standing there. The 35-kilometer stretch open bus that was taken, and this is the very same bus that also now we see here in Vijayawada, where she enters her mother's hometown. And what we see clearly is also that Pulela Gopichand and PV Sindhu now taken in a procession. It's very interesting because both Pulela Gopichand belongs to Andhra Pradesh, but yes, as in terms of how he has set up his academy, he has set it up in Hyderabad, but erstwhile it used to be larger Andhra Pradesh, still Telangana and Andhra Pradesh.
Well, Rohini, it's interesting because if you look at PV Sindhu's legacy, her father PV Ramanna is from what now is Telangana. Her mother P Vijaya is from Andhra Pradesh, but Coach Gopichand yesterday had the final word saying Sindhu belongs to India, and her parents have endorsed the same view as well.
That is the point that needs to be taken, because at the end of the day, it's not about which state she belongs to, but she has she is the pride of India. She has brought pride to India. And the way she fought when she fought in the Olympics in Rio, she fought as an Indian fighting for her country. And at that point of time, we did not see whether she belonged to Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. But yes, yesterday we also saw how the Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana making a remark saying that they would possibly get a better coach for her because he was thinking that he would possibly edge her to get a gold medal. But that, again, was an embarrassment for the Telangana government. And that is being taken up by Chandrababu Naidu by seeing to that the rally that is taken out in Vijayawada turns out to be a much more massive one than the one we saw in Hyderabad in Telangana. But this celebration that is being seen here in Vijayawada is also to show the fact and showcase the fact that Sindhu has got pride to the country, has got pride to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. This entire
right. Rohini, taking through the healthy competition, I would say, at this stage where both these states are fighting to felicitate Sindhu, and this game of one-upmanship because Telangana has claimed, we saw the rally yesterday, but Andhra Pradesh has claimed that there will be 1 lakh people participating in this victory rally. More than that, what we saw in Hyderabad. A quick comparison for what you see on the ground.
Absolutely. Let's talk about numbers then, because the kind of numbers we saw standing of people standing from, the Hyderabad International Airport all the way to Gachibowli, in terms of numbers, there are tens and thousands of people. But there we have Chandrababu Naidu, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, tweeting and saying there'll be lakhs of people in Vijayawada as they receive her in this rally from Gannavaram to Indira Gandhi Stadium. Now, the point also is that this one-upmanship in terms of competition that the politicians have taken up, especially to own the achievements that have been put, that should not undermine the efforts that have been put by the coach Vijayawada Gopichand as well as PV Sindhu, because they worked hard towards taking our country to a different level. And whatever the politicians do, whatever they say, in terms of numbers of people turning out, in terms of the cash rewards that they're giving from each state, end of the day, she has brought the silver medal, and she is the first lady to have reached finals in badminton and has done the country proud. And she has set another target saying she'll settle for nothing less than gold. So we should see the bigger picture. I think politicians also should see the bigger picture.
Wishes are with her. Absolutely. What you make a point, our wishes are with her at the moment. The entire country, she's won hearts, and how PV Sindhu and coach Vijayawada Gopichand on top of this double-decker bus being greeted with drums and waves and shouts and cheers on the streets of Vijayawada. This is hometown of PV Sindhu's mother. But Rohini, also from the reports that we're picking up, that families of both PV Sindhu and Vijayawada Gopichand are with them, and they're also keen to take a holy dip in the Krishna River and visit a temple. Is that also on the schedule?
Yes, absolutely. See, we also knew that when just before she played her finals, her father, P.V. Ramana, actually drove all the way to Vijayawada, where they had their family deity over there, and he conducted puja so that the best comes out of the entire Olympic game that she's playing. And now we see, yes, they will take a dip in the holy water, and they will also go to that particular temple to get the deity to bless them once again, because they do believe in the fact that that this entire thing is also the force of God, and they have helped. Apart from the fact they put their hard efforts and their hearts together, that they have worked towards it with the blessings of God. And so, yes, we will see this entire event that is taking place in Vijayawada, making with a dip in the Krishna River as well as a Vijayawada.
Well, be with us, Ramya. We also have Shivani, who's joining us right now. Shivani, it's part 2. It's the second phase of great celebrations, and this time in Andhra Pradesh. You were there yesterday when the victory rally had taken place in Hyderabad. Give us a sense of how this is different, grander, as Andhra Pradesh government claims.
Well, both governments have been in a bit of a competition to appropriate Sindhu as their star, and there's been a bit of a battle going on about just where she belongs to. But I guess both states have done extremely well to honor her. There's going to be a massive program in Vijayawada, perhaps even bigger, as you mentioned, than what happened in Hyderabad yesterday. But it just goes to show, how big Sindhu has become, and her life. This is just a snippet from her life of her superstardom now. Also, Gopi comes from Andhra, and Gopi's family is from Andhra. Sindhu's mother's from Andhra as well. So they all want to kind of, be part of the celebrations for both states. Also, I believe that Gopi's mother has asked them to go to to his hometown as well en route, which is why they have chosen the road route rather than flying to Vijayawada. So it's going to be like this. It's going to be, more or less the same. But yes, each state is trying to do it better than the other.
So, Rohini, if you're still with us, take us through the arrangements that have been made. Shivani, as she's pointing out, Gopi could go to his hometown as well, which is on the route. Take us through the various traffic arrangements being made, the kind of crowd and the support that we're seeing for PV Sindhu in Andhra.
Well, this is Gopi Pulela's hometown here, and as well as PV Sindhu's mother's hometown. And so what we're going to see is nothing less, and everybody considers her as a daughter of your family. So it's going to be one grand big affair that we're going to see. Now, already we've seen how this whole cavalcade has moved out from Vijayawada Airport all the way to Indira Gandhi Stadium. We're going to see a similar kind of dance and song that we saw yesterday at the Chandrababu Stadium in Hyderabad. But we'll be seeing it in a larger scale with Chandrababu Naidu along with his ministers also will be felicitating her and Pulela Gopichand and the entire family. After which we will also see later how PV Sindhu along with Pulela Gopichand will also be meeting and greeting people. But as we see right now, as the cavalcade moves further down, as people standing there throwing flowers and garlanding her, as usual, this kind of flavor that we saw yesterday in Hyderabad repeat itself. And after which we will also see, as you've been mentioning, that PV Sindhu and Pulela Gopichand will visit the family temple and then also take a dip in the Krishna.
Okay, Shivani, if you're with us, let's talk about PV Sindhu's the PV Sindhu's accolades that she's been receiving from both this Andhra and Telangana government, because inarguably she fought the most intense battle of her sporting career ever to win the silver medal at Rio. And as rewards have started to flow, Telangana government has led the list, declaring cash award about 5 crore, 1,000 square yards of land for Hyderabad based Sindhu right now. But you also have Andhra Pradesh, which has not taken long to bounce back because they have declared cash prize of 1 crore rupees. Now, this kind of accolade is going to just inspire many others who would want to opt for sports other than the popular sports that we've seen, cricket. So, is now the Olympic sports replacing the popular sports in the country?
Well, there has been a movement of thought going on ever since 2008. Lots of non-cricket, non-tennis, non-golf, Olympic sports have seen a rise. And the idea is to just ensure that it keeps happening at a greater pace. The pace is obviously not something that we can be happy or settled with. You mentioned Sindhu. A big word on her is also about the Khel Ratna. We heard that Deepa and Jeetu were to be conferred the Khel Ratna before these medals, the 2 medals that we got in Rio. And as expected, the government has decided that, of course, Sindhu and Sakshi both will get the Khel Ratna as well. That in itself is a massive boost, as big an award as it gets for sporting honors. And all of that just goes to show that as far as Olympic heroes are concerned, whether you talk about cash prizes, whether you talk about awards, other benefits, there is absolutely no dearth of it. But the question is that all of this should also come to the athletes before they win a medal and not just after they win a medal. If we can manage a fraction of this before, as they're gunning for a medal, then we can see more medals. And whatever is said and done, leave aside Sindhu's exploits and Sakshi's exploits, we have only won 2 medals at the Olympics. And let's not forget that in the jubilation of Sindhu's historic silver or Sakshi's historic bronze. So what the government needs to do is not just dole out money after athletes win medals. They need to support the grassroots athletes as they strive to win an Olympic medal. And that's the only way we will really have a revolution or Olympic sports will do well.
Absolutely. And Shivani, yesterday when you were at the Hyderabad airport, did you see this kind of tug-of-war between Andhra Pradesh ministers and the Telangana ministers, both of them rushing with the bouquet, presenting it to PV Sindhu and the winning coach Pulela Gopichand? Was it also evident from the airport?
No, see, yesterday, Devina, it was more or less a Telangana function. So there was obviously K.T. Rama Rao, and then at the function at the stadium, there was the Deputy Chief Minister, and then both Pulela Gopichand and Sindhu were invited to meet the CM at his office. There was also a function that was organized by the governor. They were more or less busy in that through the whole day. Today, the day they have devoted to the Andhra government, which is why they have travelled to Vijayawada, and most of their day will now go to with the Andhra Pradesh government. So they've managed it well. There wasn't any jostling yesterday. But yes, both governments are trying to appropriate the icon.
But the Telangana Deputy Chief Minister there making a faux pas as well, because he has said that there could be perhaps a foreign coach for Sindhu, and social media really slammed his comment yesterday. Shivani, Rohini is still with us. Rohini, it is a working day. It doesn't seem like that when you look at the screens from Vijayawada, where people have just bursted on the streets.
Well, it has been declared, the district administration has declared a holiday for all educational institutions. And of course, it is a working day and we see no shortage or dearth of people standing on the streets to wish and to wave out to Sindhu. This is similar kind of situation we saw yesterday in Hyderabad also. But it's literally almost like, we can call it a mother of all reception that is taking place, because not only is it's a homecoming of sorts because she reaches the place where her mother is from, but also the kind of reception that she's receiving now. Like we've been saying, how Sindhu has that the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh has had personally extended an invitation to Sindhu and P Gopichand to be a part and witness this entire Pushkaram that is called Pavitra Harati. Now this is interesting because this is also a very huge festival that takes place in Vijayawada, and like Chandrababu Naidu said, that Sindhu is Andhra Pradesh pride, and honouring her is their duty, and because she's brought laurels to the state, she's brought laurels to the country, nothing less than this should be said, that is why they should be in such a large scale. So we've seen nothing, it's a festival out there, and it will culminate in the day will culminate in a way like every festival does, in a very holy way.
Okay, Rohini, Shivani, thanks for being with us. Stay with us. We have to slip into a short break. Hate to go out of this energy and ecstatic atmosphere which we are seeing at Vijayawada.